Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video here and I'm going to show you how to put your new clutch and brake levers on a Cbr 250R. I got these off of Amazon. They're called the MZS Shorties. They're going to run you about 40 bucks. First thing you got to do is come over to your brake here and take your 10mm wrench and get this bottom nut off this pin. It's super easy. Once you do that, you pull the pin out and then you just pull the lever out. Then you install the new lever to set it in the perch. Now you're gonna go over to your pin and put a little bit of grease on it. I put some mobile synthetic grease on there. It should keep it from adding friction while using the lever. Then you install the nut back on the bottom and tighten it back up. This is what your brake should sound like. Make sure that pin is hitting that button. Now you come over to your clutch side and you remove your dust cover. And then same thing as the brake, you're gonna go underneath, find that little nut, and then take it off with the 10mm socket. Now the clutch line is going to be holding this lever in, so you're going to have to pull it out and then spin it over, and then you'll be able to get the line out. But when you do that, it's going to suck the line in because it's got that tension on it. So you're going to go around the other side and you're going to loosen this top nut. This is with the 12mm. Right here, you're going to loosen it and enough that you'll be able to get the cable out of the housing on the bottom here. But be sure not to loosen that bottom nut. Now you're going to go back around. You're going to pull the line out and put it back into your new clutch now. And once you do that, you can reinstall the clutch by simply turning it over and sticking it back in the perch. Now you're going to go back and get your pin, and you're going to loop that up the same way you did with your brake. Put a little bit of that synthetic grease on there and get it around. Reinstall the pin and put the nut back on. Now take your flathead screwdriver, and you're going to twist that pin all the way down and then tighten the nut at the bottom. Now you're going to put the dust cover back on and seat it properly. Alright, now come back down to your disengaged clutch cable and put it back in the housing, and then pull out all this slack, and you're going to tighten that top nut back all the way to where it was, and then use your 12mm socket wrench to get that back tight. Now that should put the cable tension back to where it was before you took your stock levers off. There's one more small thing I could talk about real quick. I had to slightly modify my clutch lever to get it to fit properly in the perch. The right side of it, the part that is furthest inside of the perch, was machined wrong very slightly to where they chamfered the edge instead of rounding it completely, and it was about a 1/16 of an inch too wide. And I could have it seated in properly, and I could look and I could see the hole go through all the way through, but when I try to seat the pin, it wouldn't screw properly, and I was getting a lot of resistance inside. So what I did is I took the clutch and I put it on the edge of a belt sander and just sanded off a little bit around the edge that seats inside the perch the farthest, and that seemed to work perfectly fine. Holding it up against the stock clutch lever, they match up perfectly now, and there's literally no gap in difference. And that's about it. Other than this small modification, it was pretty simple to install my new brake and clutch levers. Hope you guys learned something. See you later.